deputies rescued 2 inmates that were in a mental health crisis, saving both of their lives.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says 2 inmates separately tried to take their own lives in a span of less than 12 hours last week. Staley describes the circumstances surrounding both suicide attempts that happened on December 8th.
One inmate had just been sentenced to 5 years in state prison, and on the way back to the jail tried to commit suicide by strangulation. Another inmate who's been having problems in the jail and has seen multiple counselors and Baker acted previously attempted to commit suicide using a bed sheet.
He says deputies acted swiftly to save the inmates' lives.
Inside jails, this is a constant concern, and our deputies are well trained, and medical staff is at the jail around the clock to provide emergency care. Both inmates were transported to Stuart Marchman, and one was admitted. The other was returned back to the jail and is under close supervision.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Homeowners whose property was damaged by Hurricane Nicole will be getting federal assistance.
Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord says FEMA issued an individual assistance declaration for county residents.
FEMA declaring a disaster for Flagler County means is that our residents are now eligible to get financial and even potentially housing assistance through FEMA. They can either register online or the same disaster recovery center tent that's been out of the Flagler County Fairgrounds. Because of Hurricane Ian, they can go there now and also register for Nicole as well.
There are multiple ways to register for assistance.
When you go to the FEMA Disaster Assistance site, they can register online, or there's an 800 number they can call to, or they can go in person. If people are comfortable with going online, I highly recommend they go to the website. If not, then going in person to the Disaster Recovery Center out at the fairgrounds would be my next best recommendation.
And Lord offers this advice.
While hurricane season is over, disasters do happen year round, and we definitely want all of our residents to be prepared. And as always, for more disaster information, preparedness information, and links to FEMA registration, you can go to flaglercounty.gov/emergency.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
The renowned author of a beloved Christmas tradition is coming to the Flagler County Public Library for one day only.
The author of The Elf on the Shelf, a Christmas Tradition by Carol Abersold, will be making a one-time visit to the Flagler County Public Library Palm Coast branch at 10 a.m. Saturday, December 17th, to read her story of how an elf knows things and reports back to Santa. Flagler County Library Director Holly Albanese.
Be in a different location and watches the children and reports back to Santa on whether they're naughty and nice. So Carol will be telling more about her story on that day, and she'll actually read the story, she'll talk about it, answer any questions. People or children who have copies of her book already, that she will sign those copies.
Holly says Santa has also left a mailbox with some letters for children to fill in their wishes, where you can then send a letter to the North Pole. The library is located at 2500 Palm Coast Parkway Northwest. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Jay Shear is with the Flagler County Cultural Council, and he says unity is the future of art in Flagler County.
When we think about bringing the different arts and culture and history organizations together, and that we're looking at a collaborative way to grow those efforts here in Flagler County, it just reminds me of the saying, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So when we do work together and we have a common focus and a shared energy behind it, we can do so much more than we can do individually.
Shear was also quick to get a cheer from everybody participating in a recent episode of Lifeline for the work that City Repertory Theater did for their recent fundraiser. It brought in some $4,000 and some new members to FC3. Lifeline is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 9 and on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here and there's a lot of family fun going on in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Tonight, the city of Bunnell is excited to celebrate their annual Christmas celebration. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be available for pictures. There will be music, activities, games, food trucks, and fun for the whole family. Palm Coast Parks and Recreations is hosting a parent night out event. Let them watch your kids while you enjoy the night out. Children will eat pizza, play games, watch movies, and have fun. The Palm Coast Professional Firefighters invite you to the 4th annual Heroes and Helpers Holiday Celebration. Come join in some reindeer games, holiday decorating contests, and photos with Santa Claus. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.